Ian in Jersey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Fez should take some pointers from Vito because he is the perfect example. If you can't make it, you fake it. Peace.
Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I just have a quick little management lesson for Fez. Instead of, you need help with that, say, why don't you pick the top three and we'll go over it before the show starts. And then when you have a project, you take it to Pepper and say, you know, this is what I have for this bit. You want to give me your opinion on it? And then he feels important and nobody gets screwed on the air because everybody knows what's going on.
Apparently these guys don't talk, can't talk, and apparently they dislike each other.
I have severe communication problems, and they've exploded all over the air today. And there's a lot of resentment built up, at least on my end.
You've been resenting Fez for a long time.
Yeah, it just popped today.
What exactly have you been resenting?
Workload issues, on the air issues, and the fact that, look, I want to be a good employee to the Ron and Fez show, and I know that if I fucking say anything, it's going to give Fez anxiety. So for a long time, I was like, not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep it to myself, whatever. It's better for the show if he has less anxiety. And that, of course, fucked me up in today where I had a fucking crazy meltdown.
And I've sat in meetings after the show where I've taken the heat for mistakes you've made and never opened my mouth once about it.
Then open your mouth about them. I'll take the fucking heat.
And you sit there and just watch it happen.
What kind of stuff?
Let's go.
Little things, stuff that didn't get on the instant replay or anything, and I go, that's my fault. I should have taken care of that, even though I was told it was going to get done. Just don't tell me things are going to... You can do them if you can't. That's all I'm saying.
Done. Fine. I won't fucking say... Hey, I won't say what I can't get done will get done.
And why would you feel the need to take the heat for somebody who's not getting their work done?
Because I was grateful for the times that Pepper steps in when I'm frozen up, and I feel like I should. I felt like that was being I thought that was being a leader.
Being a leader would be to not get the problem fixed, but just to say it was your fault. I don't know. I know one thing. Vito sings like shit.
I think I have a great voice.
You don't.
That's fantastic.
I can't hum and you can't sing.
I sing great.
Nick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Vito, you got the voice of a fucking angel, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
My ears. No, actually, you sound like a dying cat, dude.
I think he's got the voice of an ankle. Mark in Jersey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
I just want to say, Pepper, you're a hero, man.
I don't see it that way.
That needed to be said.
I'm no hero. I'm just a guy trying to do my job as best as I can, and I had a fucking meltdown on the air like an asshole. It's actually all just puts me in a fucking terrible light.
Yeah, it does.
Really bad. So no, that's not hero shit.
Well, at least you and Fez have worked this out. Okay, what's up? Oh, you don't feel like you have?
No.
Kenny, Staten Island.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Married, Tallahassee.
Hey, Vito, don't feel so bad, buddy. For the longest time, I had a friend who swore he was an NXS fan, but he sung Soup and Salad Bar to Suicide Blonde, so it's a mistake.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
You claim that Growing Up was your favorite song in the whole world.
I said it used to be at first, and then it became Thunder Road.
But you want to sing along with Thunder Road?
Right now, I'm terrified to sing anything. I don't even think I could sing Happy Birthday right now.
Kill the fear. Kill the fear, Vito.
I've heard Chris do a better Lord's Prayer than that.
And I'm a lapsed Catholic.
No, to be a lapsed Catholic, you would have had to been one at once. Now that the fight's not going on, Fez is quiet. What would you do if you were me? I want you to be honest, Vito. Can these two guys work together? Can they go to Raw Dog? Or at the end of this week, do I say one of them can't go?
I think they can work together.
They have it.
No, it's been bad. What's your name? Obviously, because this just fucking happened last break. Obviously.
How long you been unhappy, Chris?
I think the resentment really started affecting me. At first, it was just like, all right, I'm gonna take care of Fez. Da da da. I maybe for like a year. Like it's just started, but maybe in the last few months is where it's been really fucking ramped up.
Like every day, you just stare at him like that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Really, that bad?
Almost every day.
You could have said something anytime we were having Chipotle.
We could have. Yeah, I could have. Yes, but you know, I obviously don't know how to deal with emotions or communicate well. So this is how I dealt with it, which turned into a fucking explosion.
Well, he gives you free Chipotle, so why aren't you fucking happy with that?
I do like burritos.
You go on the air like a goddamn Chinaman, where you'll be able to go on for just a Chipotle sandwich. George in Ohio, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, this question's for Fez. I know you're a little bit wacky and stuff like that, but you got to be smart enough to be feeling the signs that Ron and Pep don't want you to move on with them.
I don't think that's the truth.
Don't you feel it?
I told you that was the truth, and then you
I
did the
can
bad
feel
thing.
it over here.
Don't you remember that conversation?
Yeah.
So why would you say that's not the truth?
Because since then, I thought it had changed.
Oh, no, you're right. I said I'd be fresh open to this thing, but then you and Pep had the meltdown today.
Yeah, because he got mad at the listeners and took a shot at me.
No, I got mad at myself, Fez. I wasn't mad at the listeners. I was mad at myself. They should be shitting on me for that terrible pick I made. It was fucking awful. Dan from Jersey, you fucked me, and I fucked myself also. So I guess I...
Boy, he must feel like he won the prize, but he just feels like terrible.
So I'm having like a weird threesome with
It's like when Jethro Tull won that goddamn heavy metal award.
That was not a mistake.
James, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Good afternoon. Hey, Fez, I feel like all you're doing, man, is making excuses. Quit making excuses. You don't have to have a comeback every single time. Fight it with a character or something. No homo.
I don't think I've made any excuses.
You think you're 100% in the right?
I think everything I said, yeah, that Chris has had to cover for me on the air. I've always appreciated that. I also think everything he complained about having to do today, that he tells me he will do it, no problem. When I hear no problem, I think there's no problem with it. I don't think that's an excuse. I'm just letting everyone know now that this is out there, what it said in the office.
Yeah, not a lot of talk goes on in the office.
All right. Shower Bench says Pepper cannot communicate because he has to walk on eggshells around Fez. And he is burdened by... Fez, I'm reading. And he's burdened by trying to anticipate his craziness.
Well, Shower Ben, since you're in the office every day and you see everything, I guess you would be the authority.
Shower Bench also says Pepper does not delegate because he knows he cannot delegate. Adore that drunken centaur.
You know, I'm sober right now.
Andrea says that Vito did a lot better than Davy Mack singing.
I appreciate that.
Ray Wagner, a.k.a. Wonder Boy, wrote in. Lizette's fire. Chris Stanley is amazing. I can't imagine being in his position. The stress, the pressure, having everything put on his plate. Tell him that we love him and appreciate the shit out of him. Chris Stanley is the fucking man. You know, That I don't know whether you heard that Shore Hills Mall thing, but it was Liz Sets Fire was there just before that happened.
Whoa.
Yeah, 7 years before that murder took place, she was there. She posted that immediately.
Not close at all.
Chris, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron. It's just weird how the funniest show on the radio has deteriorated into the worst reality show ever. Just be funny again.
Fez, what funny did you bring today?
I haven't brought any funny.
What reality did you bring?
Well, I guess it's Chris's reality.
You guess?
No, I know. Because I heard him screaming.
So you're kind of pissed at him now, right? That he brought that up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of time to bring that up. There's been plenty of time to bring that up.
And I didn't bring it up because I fucking thought it wouldn't do any good. And I don't know what it's going to do any fucking going forward. I fucked up by losing my shit. I let my emotions get the better of me. It's fucking really shitty. I feel really bad about it. Because it just looks bad. It's bad for everything else.
And I'm not the only one providing eggshells to walk on in that office.
And how is it? What's an eggshell that I provide? Because I guess you're referring to me.
Yeah, because constantly there, I don't know whether there's an email comes in or something, but headphones get thrown. What the fuck gets screamed at the top of your lungs? Fuck me gets screamed at the top of the lungs. I ask, what's going on? What is it?
Yeah, and
nothing. And then I watch you put your head in your hands and moan.
Yeah, and I take care of whatever the email was. I'll be more quiet in the office. So when I do talk, you get fucking pissed.
No, because it's just an example. Fez won't help with anything. I ask what's going on, and I won't get shit back.
Why do you think? I've told you for years.
Because he won't talk to people.
I've told you for years, personal stuff comes up in my life. I never share it with you anymore. I used to.
Yeah, with this, I'm thinking it's business stuff.
What's the difference? My point is, if anyone puts something on you, and then they're not getting back, then they're not going to fucking they're not going to do it again. This just won't happen.
He wouldn't even know. He doesn't even say anything.
Dan in Jersey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hi, fellas. I feel like the kid who complained about the meal at Thanksgiving and Daddy punched Mommy in the face. Jesus.
Oh,
Sorry about that, man.
You sent in that shitty thing?
Yeah, that shitty thing. Even I thought that was a shitty thing. I did it while I was taking a shit at work.
You shouldn't have made the top 1,000, let alone one.
No, I had like 4 better comments than that on there.
Awful.
Even that. Around. I know, it's terrible, man. I'm sorry. Although I do appreciate it.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, Chris. That's terrible.
Well, congratulations, Dan. You just won a broken show.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm honored either way. Thank you, fellas.
All right. Jack in Texas.
Yes. That's bullshit what Fez is doing. He's saying, well, Pepper, if you don't, why didn't you tell me before when there was a problem or say something? That's bullshit because he needs to own his responsibility in the whole thing. He's just dumping it all back on Pepper.
I totally own my responsibility through this.
Well, you're not saying it now. You're telling Pepper, well, why didn't you do this and why didn't you do that? You're putting it back on him.
So I should just assume Pepper's a liar when he tells me things.
Okay, so he's a liar and you've got no responsibility.
That's what you're telling me.
I guess
I shouldn't believe what he says.
I guess me and the boss should also not believe you when you said something's your responsibility, because you brought up today that sometimes you're just covering for Pepper.
In meetings after the show. I've done it a lot of times.
A lot of times? I don't need you to cover for me, man.
Then why do you sit there quiet when a mistake comes up after the show and you let me sit there and take the blame myself?
None of you need to let it not be true. How we are going to fix these things unless we're honest? That's not helpful.
I guess we need more honesty like Chris exploded with today.
Yeah, I did explode with it, Fez. because I let it build up like a fucking unhealthy weirdo.
Joe, Utah, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, the very first thing that Chris said to Fez was he doesn't do anything on or off the air. Fez didn't respond to that. What does he have to say now?
I have a lot of... Yes, I don't keep up my end of the bargain around here. I admitted to it.
Strong argument. Jake, Oklahoma.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah, buddy.
Pepper. This reminds me of Pepper. This is like whenever your chick's on her period, you know, you got to walk on eggshells. And even if she offers to help, you got to say, no, I'll take care of it. Even though you know it's going to put more stress on you because the second she jumps in, it's going to be a shit show. You know what I mean? Bad deal, brother.
Words of
Take it
wisdom,
easy,
Jake.
Pepper.
Oklahoma representing.
Mark, Connecticut, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I feel like Hamlet's father with that ear poison Vito's been spewing there today. A little rough. Also, Fez, you're a burden to the show like the Palestinians are to the Israelis.
I do sometimes feel like it's a 7-day war every time I turn around. Tate, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. Fez hates Mikey D. He's had a problem with Eastside Dave in the past. Now this with Pepper. What's the one common
I didn't bring any of this up today, dude.
I didn't say you brought it up, but I mean, it's problems go both ways, and it seems like, you seem to have problems with just about everybody or vice versa. I mean, I don't think you've been bringing anything to the show for a while. I like you, but I mean, it's getting a little tired.
Boy, this feels like we're going into the new show with our wheels off. I mean, this is going to be this first show there is going to be a fucking disaster. And I'm going to say it before we get to the listeners on that side. You're going to hear the worst show you've ever heard in your life. This show is going to be far from prepped. It's like we were inviting you to a fucking rape. That's how bad it's going to be.
No one's getting raped on Raw Dog.
Dry raped.
Can you invite people to a rape?
I'm not to a spontaneous one. David, New Orleans.
Yeah, I just want to say to the listeners, the show is too big for you. The show's a mystery. It's a mystery wrapped around a riddle inside of Enigma. The hosts don't even know. Don't you get it?
It's true, man. It's fucking true. Chuck, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, listen, I'll tell you one thing Fez has got going for him. He's got a fucking set of balls. Chris Stanley, if it wasn't for him, who the fuck would you be talking to for the last year or two? He's helped carry the fucking show. This sumbitch wants to put any blame on him because he had a blowout. Chris Stanley, I wouldn't back down from this fat fag. I came to suck my fucking dick.
Is that a fucking character or is that a real person?
It couldn't have been real.
That's a human. Fez, when's the last time that you think that you've had more mic time on a show than Chris Stanley has?
It's been a long time. Probably have to go back to a time when Chris couldn't make it in here back from one of his trips.
I'll tell you, when I had the flu, I was out for 3 days. I had the flu. That was about 7 months ago.
Well, let's...
One of my trips. We take vacation. Something happened. Jesus Christ. I apologize. I wasn't happy about it. One of my trips? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I'm sorry. I don't go back to fucking Florida every fucking year. Christ, man. I'm sorry. I take a fucking vacation. I didn't know the goddamn Christmas party was fucking for the Christmas dinner was for Friday. I'm sorry. I feel really bad. I actually do feel fucking shitty.
Dude, there wasn't any Christmas party on Friday.
What? Fuck!
Was this a fucking lie?
I feel like a dick.
Yeah, to make you feel bad about yourself.
Well, I did.
Paulo was supposed to be up here helping Fez, and I didn't say you've done a shit job, Paul.
I've been having a great time. I'm not in the middle of any of this.
You're supposed to be making the brand new Fez.
I mean, yeah, but it was a 4-day trip and it was 8. So I had to make sure it was 4 days. So now it's 4 days because it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then it's Monday.
If you would have been able to stay with him, would he be doing a lot better today?
There's things happened. I didn't even see what happened. I heard things happen today. I'm sure that raised the stress level on everybody. I'm a happy Jack. Maybe so. Maybe I keep people happy. I don't
know. Ryan, Minneapolis.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I just feel like everyone's kind of shitting on Fezzy a little too hard here. I miss hearing him being funny, and I miss the characters. I just wish he could snap out of it.
No one's being too hard on me. No one.
So what's your point?
I'm saying there was a lot of truth in what Chris said, but there's also, I don't feel I'm the only one to blame in the problem with that relationship.
Who else is to blame?
Me and Chris.
You guys just don't like each other. Is that it?
No, I think Chris is...
I'm not fucking talking to you, Polo. Do I get to send you the couch? I'm talking to these two guys. What do you think? I got a fucking lazy eye? Chris, you said for a year that you couldn't look at Fez without hate.
A lot of anger. Anger and resentment just built up, and I just pushed it down. And
Did you know for a year he's been glaring at you with murderous eyes?
No, I didn't know I was getting looked at with the death stare.
Where's your street sense? How do you not know who feels good around you and who doesn't?
I'm just stupid that way.
It's nothing to brag about. Pirate Trucker, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, I think Chris is expressing frustrations and not getting help behind the scenes, exactly like Eastside Dave did. If I remember correctly, about a month or two before he left, he had the exact same meltdown, expressing that he wasn't getting help.
You're right. Everything you're saying is true.
I know.
And be honest about this. Now that you're honest, Chris.
Yeah.
Do you and Dave discuss this stuff between yourselves?
I don't discuss the show with Dave. Well, no, I'm not gonna. No.
He doesn't say, dude, you're fucking talking more than Fez.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. So I'm fucking being honest.
He's no friend to you then. Scott, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, Paulo killed with that "do you want a massage" comment earlier. But anyway, hey, is the call-in numbers going to be the same when you guys switch to Ron?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're still going to be able to call the show. Mike in Mississippi, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Yeah, I just want to know why Fez is throwing Pepper under the bus when he's doing all the damn work for Fez, but he ain't offering to stick around and help Pepper do all the work, and then bitches because something doesn't get put on the air. That's just bullshit.
I'm calling out the things that I think could help Pepper on his end. That's what I'm calling out. I never said that I'm doing all the work. I never said Pepper was a liar about that.
Why are you wearing the same shirt every day?
Because I'm stuck in it and I don't know how to get out.
How do you think that makes your coworkers feel?
Weird. I'm just going to say, I feel weird staring at the same shirt every day.
How's that be a leader when you would say to the guys in your team, when you get stuck in a bit, just fucking let it lay there and let it rot? You're wearing that fucking shirt the way a goddamn gorilla carries around a dead gorilla baby. Just acting like it's not alive. Same with not knowing that Hicks is furious with you. It isn't a matter of being stupid, Fez. It's purposely putting on blinders. Purposely. David, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Yeah, I was wondering if Fez was even at least a bit curious as to what Pepper is, curious about. I mean, could it be that he saved him for a year and a half and Fez kind of makes it up to him by giving him Chipotle? It's a little insulting.
Like here's some fucking crumbs fell out of my pocket. Fucking eat it on it, baby bird.
Okay.
And then sooner or later, that bird just wants to fly up and peck your fucking eyes out. I'll say this, Polo. No one could have done a shittier job as a life coach.
Look.
When are you coming back to visit Fez?
My life is, we don't concentrate on my life. So this was my time actually to bring closure because.
You know when you're going to have him back?
No, I haven't discussed that.
Because
you want him to come back?
No.
Of course, no. I mean, that's what I'm saying. To a certain extent, I had given him some good pep talks. He had a good run there back. He asked me some questions like, what should I be? Be the center square? And he had that nice run a little while back.
When was this?
Well, it was like a month ago or whatever it was. And then
I never remember asking you, what should I be?
What?
Center square. When did you have a nice run?
It was like a month ago or whatever it was. And I'm saying...
What happened specifically so we can all remember?
I don't remember that. It was just, you were always commenting, hey, you're doing, it's the old Fez. It's the old Fez. And so I was kind of saying, okay, that's closure for me. I'll just feel good because I don't feel like I can necessarily get him to do what I think he should do.
I'll say this. After the show on Friday, Fez had somewhat of a meltdown in here. You were blaming it on me. I was blaming it on you because you're staying in his house and he doesn't want you there.
Right. So that's why I took off for the Westchester.
Well, you were supposed to take him to Westchester with you.
Right.
What did you do?
Well, I felt concerned about his safety because we were right in the middle of a blizzard. We went to Brooklyn, had a great time, and it was wonderful. We had a wonderful time, and he was very much wanting to go to Westchester. I took them up to the mouth of madness, the edge of Westchester, which is like now is the shittiest place in the world to me as far as I'm concerned. Because I knew things were going to go wrong, so I said, "This is it, Fez. Do not come past this point. You have shown your loyalty that you were willing to do this, but I think this is a crazy idea. I'll go off on my own."
And when he called his friend in Westchester, he put him on the phone with me, and this guy, Neil, did not want Paulo coming anywhere near his house.
Now, Neil is a crazy person.
Called you a piece of shit?
You know, because Neil's a crazy person.
Ian, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Hey.
I think you need to listen to your own advice about street smarts and recognize that this ship is sinking. It's time to bail, buddy.
Yeah. John in Tulsa, you're on the Ron Fez show. Let's go to John in North Carolina.
Ronnie B.
Yeah.
$1 million. Hey, I was doing some quick calculations here. So let's say Pepper Hicks got, there's 250 working days in the year, and let's say Fez bought him breakfast every day at $3.15 per breakfast over the course of about 2 years. I think Pepper owes Fez about $1,500 right now after that blow up. That's just me though.
Probably more like 4 years, so you can double that to $3,000.
3 G's worth of eggs. It's disgusting.
Really, if you think about it.
Steve, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, is Fez right there?
Right here.
Hey, do you have a dog or a cat or something?
No, I don't. I just have Paulo staying with me.
Right, okay.
Well, you got that lovely cat. I offered to watch him while you go away for Christmas. Oh, that's right. I'm a fucking idiot.
The cat is at my aunt's house.
Mm-hmm. But aunt's house is another name for the bottom of the fucking Niagara Falls. You keep it up, and I'm going to throw you down in your aunt's house. This is the Ron and Fez show. We'll be right back. And we'll try to chill this thing out. I thought today was going to be a plug day. We were going to be playing stuff. Complete meltdown on the Ron and Fez show. Starting to make me think, are both these guys going to be back with us on January 6th when we start the new show? The beauty of it is when we go over there, if one of you guys is out, we don't even have to say. We'll have new listeners.
It's just how it is.
You guys could show up without me and just call it Ron and Fez. They won't care. They're like, well, we're new. We don't know shit.
We need to pray more.
Paulo, Fez's life coach, unable to even make a small dent.
The times together with Fez are wonderful. They're delightful. When we're out and about on the town, it's just tremendous. I loved every minute of it.
You're supposed to be here for Fez and not for yourself.
I understand.
Is he getting anything out of it?
He seems game. He seems game.
Do you hear everything that happened today, right?
I did.
This isn't game.
I understand, but there was a lot happening apparently when I wasn't around.
No, this is true. It's the stuff that you're supposed to be working on with him.
Sorry.
The other day, you blamed me on his problems. Today, he blamed Chris on his problems. Chris has blamed Fez on his problems. A big part of this is we're fighting with HR again, which is an impossible fight to win. But Chris, you're missing out on these Enjoys. Is that the name of it?
Enjoy, yep.
Ooh.
Enjoy a nice e-cig.
This is the closest e-cig I would ever say. You're a menthol guy, right?
Yeah, I like menthol, yeah.
Where are the menthols, Fez?
It's right there under your phone.
All right. Paulo, instead of sitting there like a fucking idiot. Is he running in or? Yeah. Take this. All right, here he comes. Now, I'm going to just have you do this right off the bat on the air, because this is the closest thing I've seen yet to smoking a cigarette, texture-wise.
This is exciting. Wow. It feels like a cigarette.
It feels like a cigarette, right?
That's the whole point of the Enjoys, so that they feel more like a real smoking experience.
Why let yourself go into a plug? Why not just have a conversation?
And they're strong too. This feels good. Like I'm getting punched. It's great.
They might do some spots on the air. That's why Fez started going to live read, but they're not right now.
This looks like a Newport and feels like a Newport.
It feels is what the weird thing about it. Some of the other ones, which by the way I still enjoy, it's like smoking a pen. This is a lot closer to smoking a cigarette.
So you just calms everything down. A nice e-cig.
Don, in Virginia.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you guys had thought about this. Instead of Fez always getting advice from you, Ron, and everyone talks about how great Jimmy's advice show is, has Fez thought about sitting in an entire show with Jimmy?
I would rather see him even go home with Jimmy for a while. You know what I mean?
Either way, something shake it up besides always always having to come up with the answers.
Maybe we want to do a Fez advice show.
Mine would be, my advice would be to panic and cower.
Well, you got to get negative.
Well, if I had good advice, I'd give it to myself.
I think he gives good advice.
If a guy doesn't believe in himself, how can anybody else know?
Yeah, but he gives good advice. I've heard him give good advice, just not necessarily on the air. But
here's the thing, though. If I'm fucking managing a ball team, right, and I'm looking over at I want to bring a guy in to fucking pinch hit, and if I said, who's ready to hit? If a guy with a fucking higher average went, gee, I don't know, I mean, I'll try, and the guy next to him who stinks jumped up and said, give me the bat, I'm ready to fucking rip, I would give the bat to the guy that was ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, when I watch that movie Moneyball, I see Dave Justice in there. He's still going at it, even though everybody
still cocky,
still counting him out. But he said, "I'm Dave Justice, son of a bitch."
Hey, he had Halle Berry. Good for him.
Yeah, he had her a couple different spots. I know he had 2 of the major 3. I don't know whether he got the ass.
I'm gonna guess yes. I don't know that for sure. I'll say David Justice gets whatever David Justice wants.
KC, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, I just want to tell Pepper Hicks to hang in there till April.
I'm here. I'm enjoying an
Love
enjoy.
you guys.
Everything's calmed down.
You're back into being just again, right?
I do not like that persona. I think it sucks.
I like some of the people that stopped by here today. Al in Cleveland.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
Hey, enjoy the show always. Hey, I got to say, I think that what you got going on is like a bad Thanksgiving family dinner where the uncles go a little crazy. Somebody's had too much to drink, and everybody will be fine on the other side of this. They both got different strengths, and I like both guys, Pepper Hicks and Fezzy, and I think they should just hang in there.
I talked to one of the bosses during the thing. Fez and I are going to a meeting after. But the thing that got brought up is Chris seems to be under a lot of stress. Do you think it would help him to start his vacation early?
They said I should leave early.
They're concerned about your anger.
I could see after today's show, that the anger is boiling up. But I don't want to not work. That's not me.
Well, they weren't asking completely for you. They thought from a show point of view, maybe it would be good for everybody if you start your vacation early.
How early? Up to, yeah. I feel that I'm very helpful here to the rest of the week.
Bill, you're on the Ron Fez show. Bill.
Yes. Hey, Ron, I've been listening to your show for the last 2.5 years, and have to admit by virtue of it being on the O&A channel, and I've grown to appreciate your skills as an interviewer. I'm wishing you all the luck in your transition over there to Raw Dog, and I will check it out. Hopefully, the format has to change. It's been more like the Ron and Pepper show for the last 2.5 years. Fez, you've shown signs of you're a really good personality, but you really need to get your shit together. Pepper, I have to give you kudos for at least giving it a try, leading with your chin, and I wish you all the best.
That's the most depressing congratulations call I've ever heard in my life. Terry in Nevada, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Chris Pepper Hicks, thank you for ruining the fake Christmas dinner that we were supposed to have Friday. I hate you.
Did feel really bad about that.
Remember when you picked that really stupid thing?
Oh, yeah. Dan from Jersey.
And you tried to blame it on Fez?
The memories.
No, I take full responsibility for that. Because of my bad communication and bad time management.
Maybe. We don't know.
Gonna have to get to the bottom of it.
I don't know why you just don't say what's on your mind when you're annoyed every day. Like, if you come in annoyed every day, why don't you just say it?
I don't want to bring everything down. Even though I feel fucking really bad about today.
What do you feel bad about?
Derailing the show, having a meltdown. It's really fucking, it's.
You know, derailing your show, too, that we want to go in a different direction on.
Yeah. 100%. Very stupid on my part.
Shannon, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. Love you guys. Happy holidays. I was wondering, Ron, if one day before the end of this week you guys are moving to the new channel and all your fans are going to go with you, but could we get maybe 2 hours or 3 hours of just you and Fez, nobody else? No one comes into the studio. It's just the two of you guys.
I just saw what happens if I just sat here like this. How long it would go on. No, has no problem with it. There's like no inner bell that makes them think, oh shit, dead air. Like it works for the rest of us.
Let's do it for 1 hour of dead air then. Love to hear it.
I don't think it's a good idea right now.
Why?
Because I would worry about freezing up. And ending up like this with dead air.
Paula, would you be afraid to be with me for 2 hours?
I would be here by myself. You could go out and take a smoke. I would still keep the air full of stuff. You can take another smoke, come back in, say, how's it going? Fine, Ron, take it. Then
Like today, instead of Chris Stanley yelling, he would have shot Fez. Which Fez you probably would have rather had, right?
Yeah, I would have preferred that.
Did you feel like you got kicked through the barbershop window today?
Totally. I honestly, and bad on my part, I didn't know how bad it was. That's wrong to be that way. I didn't realize today was the straw that broke the camel's back.
But Fez
with that
is
prize.
But Fez is dropping the mediocre truth bombs, and I think that takes, you know what I mean? To stay that level as he stayed today, to keep himself at a nice 5. I appreciate it.
And frankly, we do have a good time. Fez has lots of fun when
This
we're
has nothing to fucking do with you, Paulo.
I understand.
He's talking about him and Chris at work.
Okay.
Not you and fucking him
Okay.
on a train to the Bronx.
Okay, yes.
What are you talking about? How crazy are you?
I'm pretty crazy.
Why would you have added that into that statement?
Okay.
That means, like, if Fez would have said that to me, like me going like this, rice cakes, if you put a little something on them, can be delicious.
Some peanut butter.
Not a bad thing to throw in there.
Yeah. I mean, really, you could have a rice cake and just forget crackers for a while. Put a little tuna fish on a rice cake, and you got yourself a nice treat.
You seem very friendly when you say that.
Yeah, but that's not what I want to fucking share information. Chris lost it. Fez stayed level-headed and brought it all back down, anchored this thing. No one has to worry about this turning into crazy radio today. Just kind of, going back to that droning thing, just a little depressing. I get depressed to the fact for the first day ever, I'm not going overboard promoting where we're going,
Yeah.
because I got to stop and check on my guys today.
Not good.
That's the beauty of it. Jay, Tampa, you're on the Ron Fez show.
$1 million as always, Ronnie.
$1 million.
Hey, listen, I thought Fezzy promised us a Fezatorial this week. Didn't he promise us that last week?
I thought the Fezatorial was when he told us the truth about Chris Stanley. That you bitch, you slap your head in your hands. What kind of bad news are you getting during the day?
I don't know.
That you're yelling fuck and just sit there with your hands in your head.
I think it's just overreactions. Like I'll get a fucking email that something didn't get uploaded correctly or something. I'll say, fuck! And then I'll go fix it. I overreact at times. I mean, it's not like some horrible, horrendous fucking shit's fucking coming down in my head. It's just overreaction.
That's what it sounds like.
As we all have seen, I'm not good at fucking emotions. They go in fucking a lot of different directions.
Why didn't you go by Fez today? He was very level. And you did not sink to your level. You were at a 10. Your emotions were at a 10.
Yeah.
He's kept his locked in a nice 5.
I would say even fucking higher than 10. It was a emotional breakdown.
Well, you're going through withdrawals still, and that's not easy.
I'm not going through withdrawals.
That's what it seems like.
Jim in Montana.
Yeah, if you listen to the very first minute of the show, when Fez left the office or left the studio, and you told it Pepper to watch him, you could just hear Pepper. He said something like "just one day," kind of under his breath. So it was going to happen right away.
Right. Ron in Michigan, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Ron.
Hey.
I'm a 3 or 4 year listener and travel all over alone in the car. And today I got the wife with me, and she says, "Why do you listen to this stuff?" And I said, "Well, it's funny." And she says, "Funny? It's like a bad reality show." And I explained, you got a new format coming up. It seems like this last few weeks you're putting a lot of pressure on all you guys. The new format, hopefully, going to be funny.
Well, let me just also say this. I don't know why you're with your wife. She sucks dog dick. And tell her the guy from the weird reality show said that.
Well,
and then tell her I'm taking my dog for a walk about fucking 7 o'clock. She wants a fucking snack.
Well, I'm looking forward to the new format.
I'm looking forward to your wife sucking my dog's dick. No, we're gonna have fun with the new format. Fez is just trying to get in his last shots. Chris Stanley's melting down because he had an HR problem today, and he just hasn't liked Fez for a year.
Yeah, that's it's all just come to a head on this Monday.
Would you say you like Fez as a person?
As a person, I'm not sure if I even know Fez as a person. I know Fez as my boss and my coworker. That's how I know Fez. That's the.
Do you like him as a boss and a coworker?
No. Revisit earlier in the show.
I just want, now that you've cooled down, just to see where we start from.
Yeah, this has to fucking be, a real fucking reboot, a relationship reboot is what the fuck it has to be.
Or just we show up on the 6th with not everybody.
Or that.
And we say, hey, we told you it was going to be a fucking new show. You know, we're not Paul O. Fucking acting like things are going great when they're not.
Hey, things are great. They're fabulous. We have a great, I mean, that's the thing. Him and Chris, Fez and Chris need to get together and spend more personal time. And, talk things and have some Chipotle.
Get with that fucking Chipotle talk.
Jesus Christ. You know why? Fucking, because it's in the building. If it was a Burger King in the building, it'd be Burger King talk. Whatever. It's just it's a fucking place to get lunch as quickly as possible.
Do you ever thank Massa for taking you there?
Yes, I do thank I certainly do. That is my dinner most nights.
You like the burritos?
Like I said, it could be anything in that fucking space, Paul. It could be a fucking walk and roll or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just a place that's literally
Did you
the
just
fucking
say walk and roll.
Walk and roll.
But burritos are better than pizza, right?
Like I said, you're making me repeat myself 4 fucking times in a row.
I'm sorry.
It's convenience.
You can still get dinner with me. You don't have to eat it with me since you don't like me.
Jesus.
Thanks.
Why don't you go to a fucking better restaurant than the same Chipotle?
We divvy it up between a couple of places, and then it's just whatever the quickest.
Yeah. It's just convenience. That's it. Just shovel
I'm picking out some good places.
That would break up the monotony.
You know what I'd like?
What, Paul? What the fuck would you want?
I would like us all to go to a place that I've heard of in Queens. It's a Chinese buffet. And somebody was telling me about it in Westchester this weekend, and I can't wait. I can't wait to go. You want to all go together?
No.
No? Okay.
I fucking bring up buffet constantly. It sucks.
Buffet is like the worst way to fucking
laying
eat.
out for hours. It's disgusting.
It's good, but it's a good way you can spend hours eating and talking. It's a good way to talk and eat at the same time.
I don't mind spending hours eating and talking. I don't like my food laying in a fucking hot dish for fucking...
I love it.
You don't like
sitting
food?
at a steam table. It tastes like steam.
Cooked by heat lamp?
I love it.
Goes on about fucking buffets like I do about $1 pizza.
Frank, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I so wonder that Hicks resents Fez. I've been listening to this going on for a year or more now. He has every right to be angry at him. This Fez just shows up every day and does nothing. If I did that at my job, I would be fired the first day. This motherfucker needs to come back down to earth and understand that we don't just collect a check for doing nothing.
I've already reworked my deal for April. It'll be up in April.
Yeah, to my great misfortune. And this move to Raw Dog seems to be an ill-timed venture, given what's going on with the show right now, and the lack of a show, I guess I should say. But good on you all otherwise. Thanks.
I know if I wanted to be an announcer, I'd make sure I was nailing those fucking plugs that need to be nailed. And that goes for both of you, Hicks, if you've wanted to be the announcer.
It's $99, right?
Yeah, it's fucking $99.
Okay.
Yeah. The Ron and Fez show.
Okay, cowboy shirt.
I got this last night.
Temple Grandin style. He looks like
I know.
When he came
It's
in here with
fucking
that.
Temple Grandin's boyfriend came in.
I got this 80% off last night.
You know what? With that, it looks like Temple should be right in your fucking face.
Which is fine by me.
You go to jail for that too.
Why? She's adult.
Yeah, she's an adult, but mentally, whatever. She's
And they don't deserve love?
Not your kind of love.
Sorry. She can ride my face.
Jesus. Apologize. And apologize the fight that started this today, our interns.
She'll be happy.
All right, Ron and Fez will be back in here tomorrow, and we'll take it from the top again.
Show where I've taken the heat for mistakes you've made and never opened my mouth once about it.
Then open your mouth about them. I'll take the fucking heat.
And you sit there and just watch it happen.
What kind of stuff?
Let's go.
Little things, stuff that didn't get on the instant replay or anything, and I go, that's my fault. I should have taken care of that, even though I was told it was going to get done. Just don't tell me things are going to... You can do them if you can't. That's all I'm saying.
Done. Fine. I won't fucking say... Hey, I won't say what I can't get done will get done.
And why would you feel the need to take the heat for somebody who's not getting their work done?
Because I was grateful for the times that Pepper steps in when I'm frozen up, and I feel like I should. I felt like that was being I thought that was being a leader.
Being a leader would be to not get the problem fixed, but just to say it was your fault. Oh no. I know one thing. Vito sings like shit.
I think I have a great voice.
You don't.
That's fantastic.
I can't hum and you can't sing.
Great.
Nick, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Vito, you got the voice of a fucking angel, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
Music
you.
to my ears. No, actually, you sound like a dying cat, dude.
I think he's got the voice of an ankle.
And I'm a lapsed Catholic.
No, to be a lapsed Catholic, you would have had to been one at once. Now that the fight's not going on, Fez is quiet. What would you do if you were me? I want you to be honest, Vito. Can these two guys work together? Can they go to Raw Dog? Or at the end of this week, do I say one of them can't go?
I think they could work together.
They haven't.
No, it's been bad. What's your name? Obviously, because this just fucking happened last break. Obviously.
How long you been unhappy, Chris?
I think the resentment really started affecting me. At first, it was just like, all right, I'm gonna take care of Fez. Da da da. And maybe for like a year, like it's just started. But maybe in the last few months is where it's been really fucking ramped up.
Like every day, you just stare at him like that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Really, that bad?
Almost every day.
You could have said something anytime we were having Chipotle.
We could have. Yeah, I could have. Yes, but I obviously don't know how to deal with emotions or communicate well. So this is how I dealt with it, which turned into a fucking explosion.
Well, he gives you free Chipotle, so why aren't you all fucking happy with that?
I do like burritos.
You go on the air like a goddamn Chinaman, where you'll be able to go. Mark in Jersey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
I just want to say, Pepper, you're a hero, man.
I don't see it that way.
That needed to be said.
I'm no hero. I'm just a guy trying to do my job as best as I can, and I had a fucking meltdown on the air like an asshole. It's actually all puts me in a fucking terrible light.
Yeah, it does.
Really bad. So no, that's not hero shit.
Well, at least you and Fez have worked this out. Oh, you don't feel like you have?
No.
Kenny, Staten Island.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Married, Tallahassee.
Hey, Vito, don't feel so bad, buddy. For the longest time, I had a friend who swore he was an NXS fan, but he sung Soup and Salad Bar to Suicide Blonde, so it's a mistake.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
You claim that growing up was your favorite song in the whole world.
I said it used to be at first, and then it became Thunder Road.
But you want to sing along with Thunder Road?
Right now, I'm terrified to sing anything. I don't even think I could sing Happy Birthday right now.
Kill the fear. Kill the fear, Vito.
I've heard Chris do a better Lord's Prayer than that. Ian in Jersey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Fez should take some pointers from Vito because he is the perfect example. If you can't make it, you fake it. Peace.
Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I just have a quick little management lesson for Fez. Instead of, you need help with that, say, why don't you pick the top 3 and we'll go over it before the show starts. And then when you have a project, you take it to Pepper and say, you know, this is what I have for this bit. You want to give me your opinion on it? And then he feels important and nobody gets screwed on the air because everybody knows what's going on.
Apparently these guys don't talk, can't talk, and apparently they dislike each other.
I have severe communication problems, and they've exploded all over the air today. And there's a lot of resentment built up, at least on my end.
You've been resenting Fez for a long time.
Yeah, it just popped today.
What exactly have you been resenting?
Workload issues, on the air issues, and the fact that, look, I want to be a good employee to the Ron and Fez show, and I know that if I fucking say anything, it's going to give Fez anxiety. So for a long time, I was like, not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep it to myself, whatever. It's better for the show if he has less anxiety. And that, of course, fucked me up in today where I had a fucking crazy meltdown.
And I've sat in meetings after the...
for just a Chipotle sandwich. George in Ohio, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, this question is for Fez. I know you're a little bit wacky and stuff like that, but you got to be smart enough to be feeling the signs that Ron and Pep don't want you to move on with them.
I don't think that's the truth.
Don't you feel it?
I told you that was the truth, and then you
I
did
can
the bad
feel
thing.
it over here.
Don't you remember that conversation?
Yeah.
So why would you say that's not the truth?
Because since then, I thought it had changed.
Oh, no, you're right. I said I'd be fresh open to this thing, but then you and Pep had the meltdown today.
Yeah, because he got mad at the listeners and took a shot at me.
No, I got mad at myself, Fez. I wasn't mad at the listeners. I was mad at myself. They should be shitting on me for that terrible pick I made. It was fucking awful. Dan from Jersey, you fucked me. And I fucked myself also. So I guess I...
Boy, he must feel like he won the prize, but he just feels like terrible.
So I'm having like a weird threesome with
It's
me.
like when Jethro Tull won that goddamn heavy metal award.
That was not a mistake.
James, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Good